What you doing?
Opening our bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, what kind of wine?
We've got Riesling from Germany.
Show me.
This is what we will be enjoying very shortly. Oh my god! Xander and Cordelia finally kiss! Welcome to Tanya K's Buffy Review. We are doing What's My Line, Part 1 and 2. I am Tanya K, and this is my beautiful girlfriend, Zinfandel. You can call her.
That's me.
You can call her Zinny or Z, which might get confusing because I have a friend called Z. But you know what? I convinced her to come on for this epic two-parter. Thank you, honey. This is the first two-parter of Buffy ever, and as you heard me say, Xander and Cordelia finally kissed. What else happened to this episode that's tickled your fancy?
They told Buffy she could be a cop. She would be a real hot cop.
That goes perfectly. The way Buffy was saying about how a librarian and a watcher go together, Buffy and a cop would go perfect. Who else thought about Kate Lockley when they went back and saw this episode? Was it just me? Okay, possibly it was just me.
Wait, who?
I know. I'm sorry. Poor Zinny here doesn't know what I'm talking about. She will when she watches Angel later.
It's my very first time. Well, no, it's not my first time.
She's a Buffy virgin.
I know.
Let's pop her cherry together, shall we?
And an Angel version, even though Angel's been in the show so far.
He has. Speaking of Angel, Spike and Drusilla captured him.
I know, what the fuck? Like, seriously.
Well, they needed him to pull.
She's a crazy bitch. I'm sorry.
But Angel made her crazy.
Am I allowed to say that?
You can say crazy bitch all you want.
Okay. Crazy bitch.
Angel made Drusilla crazy, though.
Makes me think of a song. Okay.
So he's atoning for his sins because Drusilla tortures him. But he deserves it because he made her crazy.
Who names their daughter Drusilla?
And it actually was a very common name back then, actually.
What, in her time?
Yeah, in her time and in the 50s, the 1950s. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Let's name our daughter Drusilla.
You learn something new every single day.
Drusilla. No.
Alright, so even though it sucks that Angel is getting tortured by Drusilla, however, he deserves it because he's atoning for his sins. And if that wasn't enough, they kind of shoved it in our faces so we would know that he was atoning for his sins, because Drusilla talks about how he killed her family members and how he made her crazy. But you know what else this episode brought up? Insanely jealous of the relationship between Drusilla and Angel.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, because wasn't that kind of like, is he the guy that, okay, he made her?
No, Drusilla sired Spike.
So she made him.
Correct. But Angel sired Drusilla beforehand.
Okay.
So Angel and Drusilla were getting it on, and then Drusilla decided she wanted to get it on with somebody else.
Spike.
But here's the thing though. Spike fell in love with Drusilla. Drusilla, though, I don't think 100% loves Spike. I think the only reason why Drusilla is sticking around is because she's weak and she can't do anything, and Spike's taking care of her.
I think she obviously has some kinds of feelings towards Angel, or she wouldn't have been acting the way she was acting.
She obviously does. He sired her. He's the whole reason why she's alive in her vampire life.
He was a real bad man before, huh?
He was the worst of the worst. I'm not sure if that's actually quoted, the worst of the worst. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Kakistos. Zinny here doesn't know what I'm talking about, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Kakistos is Latin, or no, Greek for the worst of the worst. If you guys can tell me what episode that is, go ahead and name the episode that I just quoted, and I'll give you guys a shout out. Exactly.
In the little comment section. Okay, I won't do that.
No, I tell them to do that all the time.
Anyway.
So back to the beginning. Xander and Cordelia finally kiss. They hate each other so much, they finally kiss.
That was a little predictable. Come on. I mean,
it was predictable, but not at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I did go, but at the same time, like, I knew they were gonna kiss for the second time near the end of the episode, where they were like, I hate you too.
But you know what?
I love her.
Xander, he still genuinely hates Cordelia. And I think even though his feelings start to soften, I think he still genuinely dislikes her, and it's just about kissing and making out. Because that's how it is for boys. boys don't need to like the girl they're kissing or making out. Girls, on the other hand, need to have emotional feelings for the guys.
Not always. Not even
in this case. Well, thinking just stereotypically.
I guess. What do you think? Down below.
We should make a song. Down below.
Nicki Minaj can sing it. I love Nicki Minaj.
Down below. What about you know what else happened in this episode? Kendra happened in this episode.
Kendra,
the second Slayer.
She looks like a little Barbie.
Boom.
She was kind of a bitch.
Well, of course she was, but she wasn't raised the way Buffy was raised.
Sorry if I'm hurting people's feelings. I mean, she was cool, but she also was kind of... I understand she wasn't raised the way Buffy was raised, but I think that she kind of stepped into the wrong territory. You know
definitely. Especially when she threatened Angel.
Eventually they were cool.
Exactly. Eventually they were cool.
Yeah.
But she did come back to the church and help Buffy out when Buffy was fighting Spike, when Spike was trying to do the ritual with Drusilla and Angel. She came back and helped her fight.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested in reading the novelized version...
Buffy died.
If you guys are interested in reading the novelized version of this episode, you can check it out in the Angel Chronicles Volume 2.
But listen, here's what's crazy. Kendra only happened because she died.
Because Buffy died, exactly.
But here's I don't understand. She obviously had been training as a Slayer for life for a while, right?
She was training as a potential. Which actually, you know what? You bring up a really good point as a Buffy virgin. This is all information that you and I know because we've seen all the Buffy episodes and we know all the Buffy mythology, but this is what she doesn't know. And
what don't I know?
And they obviously cover it later on, that there are potentials. Meaning there's like 100 girls that could be called a Slayer. Mm-hmm. And so all of them will train as though they would become Slayers, and one of them gets called. And so Kendra was training all of her life as a potential Slayer. I mean, that really doesn't... We don't really learn about potentials. I mean, I think we learn about potentials in the novels. I remember a lot of novels, there being information about potentials, but obviously this comes into play in Season 7.
I don't know.
Which is a lot more. But there is such a thing called a potential Slayer. And they train as though they would become Slayer, because one of them is going to become Slayer.
I'm going to become a Slayer. I've been training. Just kidding.
The thing that I love about you is you. But the thing that I love is that they brought in a second Slayer. They kept it new. They always keep Buffy new. They always keep Buffy refreshed. They always keep Buffy on our toes. They always keep us gasping. Because I remember you freaked out at the end of the first part when she said that she was Kendra the Vampire Slayer.
I'm Kendra. I'm a vampire slayer. Kendra.
You know what I don't like though?
Big boob.
You know what I don't like though about the novelized version?
What?
Is that they correct her grammar.
I am Kendra.
No, like that line where she goes, "You ripped me favorite. That's me favorite shirt. That's me only shirt." They corrected the grammar.
That part cracked me up. She looked like a bra that would have the same shirt in her drawer, but I didn't know it was her only shirt. Obviously, she'd be getting dirty. She need to wash her shit. What'd she do when she did laundry? Just stand there naked?
I mean, yeah, obviously she flew all the way to America with only one shirt. She obviously didn't think very well. Sam Zanduto, her watcher, better, you know,
this is fiction.
Think a little far ahead. Do we have anything else we need to say?
Comment below if you think we should review this next time. In the future. In the real future, yes.
What about Willow and Oz? We didn't talk about Willow and Oz. Willow and Oz happened. Willow and Oz meet for the first time after teasing us through several episodes, after teasing us in Inca Mummy Girl and Halloween.
It was so cute.
Willow and Oz finally
meet. And they're both redheads. And they're so cute. I like them both, even as actors. Like, I watch, you know, How I Met Your Mother, which is a really good show. And I love Seth Green. I love a lot of his movies. I know this is probably pretty typical and a lot of people like this movie, but Without a Paddle is probably the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm allowed to say that too, right?
I like Seth Green in Can't Hardly Wait.
That's a good one too.
And Amber Benson is in that movie too. There's over 20 actors.
She is?
Yes, there's over 20.
I can't remember.
There's over 20 actors in Can't Hardly Wait that are also in Buffy. Yes, I actually counted them all. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I'd like... We're supposed to kiss afterwards.
Right, I'm sorry.
Does anybody want to watch us make out?
Zinni will be back for, I'm going to make her come back for the second two-parter, which you all know is in just a few episodes. So we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.